Mike Carey here.
Cream Puff the Kid here.
Mike Carey here. This is your Auntie Barbara and my nephew, Stanley Peter Hickelschmidt. It's Morbid time. Mike Carey here.
Hey guys, Eric Barber here, and I am delighted to be joined by one of my favorite TikTokers. Mike, if you'd like to introduce yourself real quick.
Mike Carey here. Yeah, how's it going over there? Yeah, hope everything's good and everything is going well.
Awesome. So Mike is actually a pretty colossal TikToker. At one point, he was running TikTok, no lie. Over 400,000 TikTok followers, getting close to that 500,000, and over 13 million likes on TikTok. Absolutely crazy numbers. He's a huge guy. Mike, let's talk about what started it all. How did you start doing TikTok?
Well, basically, what this was supposed to be, and I like to think it still is, I'm a podcaster, I have a media company. So, what this was supposed to do was to kind of show my personality, kind of show what I can do, funny voices, like Cream Puff the Kid, yeah, and things like that. And, just to have a lot of fun. But as it went on, I've done just about everything. And I just recently, decided to, twerk in a dancing video. I was a little nervous about that. But, I thought, it's fun because at weddings, I've seen, a lot worse than that. So it was just fun to, kind of, shake your booty a little bit. And I'm getting a little more comfortable doing things. And, it's all fun. And, I don't talk about politics or religion my whole thing is I'm just a guy trying to do a thing, just trying to make you laugh, just make you smile, make you feel good inside. I mean, I didn't expect this whole thing to blow up, and it's a much bigger reaction that I expected, but I love everyone. I support everyone. It's just so great that this happened the way it happened.
It's awesome, man. I mean, I gotta say, with your fan base, you have one of the most positive fan bases out there. Some people are like polarizing, but everyone loves your content, dude. I never see any negative comments on any of your videos, and that's so amazing. I think maybe it's because you try a little bit of everything. You mentioned you dance, you do comedy skits, voices. Um, you know, I've really only been watching your content for the last 6 months. I'm not sure how long you've been on. So what did your content start out like?
Well, it started out with, basically it was me kind of similar. With the filters, I would have a
Uh-huh.
filter and my face would be, kind of all twisted and that. And, I say, oh, the car accident wasn't that bad. I was trying to find my place. There's even videos of me brewing craft beer,
Yeah.
and my mom and dad were actually trying to pour it in, to the bucket there, and me bottling, and yeah, it's snowballed from that. So you probably, Eric, don't know as much. How about Rico Del Monte? You remember Rico Del Monte, or is that before your time?
It might have been before my time. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit of a TikTok newbie. I'm more of like a native YouTuber, and I sort
Oh
of
yeah.
got, it's like you have to be on TikTok. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you do. How about Billy the Baby? You remember Billy the Baby?
I don't think I have. I mean, right now I feel like you're more in your clone dance army. Always some of those
Yeah,
silly
yeah. That
dances and
I've been doing that for over a year, and what the way
Mhm.
that worked was I originally was picking songs that I enjoyed, a lot of classic rock, and then one day somebody said, "Mike, can you dance the Clone Squad to this particular song?" And I said, "Well, sure." And then obviously, you know how that works. One person's seeing it, and it snowballed and it snowballed. And now I'm dancing to just about every song. And I try to do a variety of songs. Not every song you see me dancing to is something I'll be listening to, but I try to do what I can. There's certain songs that I just have to, put my foot down on. But most of them, I think I, kind of, draw, let it slide sometimes,
Yeah. Sure. You dance to everything. I've seen you dance to like Beyonce, Kanye, Playboy Cardi. I
Yeah,
mean, I think people request hip hop the most. I think there's a
yeah,
certain charm to seeing you do
yeah.
those
Well,
Boogie the Clone Army to some hip
yeah.
hop. I think that's awesome. And so there's something that's huge. I mean, it's almost a trademark. The Mike Cara here. Where did that start? Did you always start with the Mike Cara here intro, or did that start and just catch on?
Well, not really. Well, again, the way it started was I did a variety of characters,
Mhm.
Cream Puff the Cat and Rico Del Monte. And,
Yeah.
they would always say, or Auntie Barbara, it would be Auntie Barbara here, or Cream Puff the Cat here. So I was literally, believe it or not, at one of the time, one of my characters, the wacky world of Mike Cara. So then I would be Mike Cara here.
Mm,
And then from there, it just took off and I ran with it and I'm going to be continue running with it forever.
that's awesome. And with TikTok, a lot of people can see a lot of, I guess, slow success. A lot of people can be on there forever without really getting many views. I'm sure at some point, maybe or maybe it's slow, but how did you really start entering that viral echelon? Where you start seeing tens of thousands on multiple videos, hundreds of thousands, millions on videos. Was there a point where that started?
Yeah, actually, the exact point I would say was January 30th when I had a video, was with a young lady in a bikini. And, she was saying, we can't snuggle, we can't get together, we can't do these things as, friends and make out as friends. And then I came on and said, Mike Cara here. And I didn't say that. I never said that. And from there, it just kind of snowballed, and through February it got more popular, and I got this idea that I could just stitch these videos, duet these videos, and just, not that the jokes are that strong, but they're fun, they make you chuckle, and add my own 2 cents, from actual jokes or just comments, like the one about putting peanut butter and jelly together and mixing it together. I said,
Uh-huh.
I am not going to be doing that ever. So, it just kind of snowballed for there. So probably around January 30th, I'd say, is when it really took off.
That's awesome. And how I guess even I discovered you, or maybe how you grew. And I'd say for a good several month period, you're dominating TikTok because people were heavily stitching and duetting you. For instance,
Yeah.
there'd be a video that's you, but Mike Cara always comes in a little bit after because you stitch it, and then someone's like, Mike Cara wouldn't say that, and it cuts to you,
Yeah.
Mike Cara here. So what was it like becoming this absolute stitch and duet monster? And like, what kind of numbers were you seeing during that period? Because you were all over my FYP and so many other people's.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. And the funny thing I'll say about that is I actually was checking for stitches and duets, people duetting and stitching my videos before, in my mentions and that. But, I had noticed that when it happened, yeah, it's really something when people are talking, about you. And like I said, then people were making stitches, making duets, and then, those were getting everywhere. And yeah, it was really, really something. It was kind of surreal to realize now I'm this living, breathing, meme, this living, breathing trend walking
Yeah.
around. And it's something, and I appreciate it. I welcome it, respectfully back. If you
Yeah.
feel like bringing that trend back, feel free.
That's awesome. I loved it. I'm all for it. There wasn't like at the period of March, April, May, June.
Yeah,
Everyone knew the name Mike Cara. Like that was bigger than like I heard it more than Charlie D'Amelio on my FYP. Not that I really am a big fan of her, so I wouldn't see her a lot.
right.
But it was just so big. It was like ubiquitous. So I know you've had a lot of really awesome duets and stitches. Is there anyone in particular, any big creator that you saw that duet or stitched or interacted with you in any way?
Well, the ones that I like is, I don't know if you know him, is Brett Crow was a bass player.
Mm.
We tend to go back and forth on one. The bass panda, the guy that plays the bass and wears a panda head. We've done things together, and yeah, I've done things with this John. What is it, McGinnis or McGillen?
Oh, I know where he goes like
Yeah, I
that.
mean, he hasn't actually done anything, with my stuff, but I have duetted and stitched his, and
People
yeah, I
love
mean,
it.
I know in the beginning I had duetted, I think it was Bella Porch and some of those,
Yeah.
too, but yeah, they didn't, as much reciprocate, but yeah, the ones I mentioned were the ones where we kind of got a thing going, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw your guys where you duetted him, and people are like, because you guys kind of occupy the same niche a little bit, you guys are both
Yeah.
these really, I guess, heartwarming, kind of goofy guys that make a lot of really good content. And you guys kind of were big on TikTok, roughly like the same, or dominated TikTok roughly the same time period, which is sweet. And John, I mean Mike. Sorry, you got John McGinnis in my head.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mike. I do see that you're on TikTok like a good amount. I see you sometimes make 20, 30, maybe even more videos a day.
Yeah, the secret's out, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say, is that like your specific strategy there, or do you just love it so much? What?
Basically, it is, I love it so much. I know that I was described on internet as a spam poster. I just like to post videos, and I guess at the time it just flooded. And for me, it's easier, for me, I get on there. I went, a couple, I mean, they seem like they go so quick, especially in the evening, when you're just relaxing, chilling
Yeah.
out, you could do 10 videos. But yeah, my goal really would be to get down to, like, preferably 10, 11 videos a day. I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is, though, so many people have such great requests, and so many people want me to say, things and wish them happy birthday and dance to their songs. So, a lot of that's that. So I don't
Yeah.
know, consider that spam posting, but people
Yeah.
specifically solicited those.
I agree. I mean, me personally, I could watch those dances all day. There's this unique charm with the even the birthday wishes, or people always come up with those goofy requests like wish me good luck on my GED or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm a big hip hop enjoyer, and you've been dancing to like 4 out of 5 songs you dance to are hip hop. So I'm always sharing those and sending them out on like Snapchat and stuff. I
Oh,
think they're
great.
really great. And speaking of your high volume, obviously you don't duet or stitch every TikTok you see, but that is something you're kind of known for. So what's your methodology there? To obviously some you skip, and there's some that you decide to make a video about.
Well, basically, my thought process is, does it catch, my eye? Is it something funny, and will it make a good punchline? You got you have the setup, and then it's like a lot of times with these cat videos, like the one where this cat is looking, at his birthday piece of birthday cake, and he's just like staring at it, and I says, I've got to make a video where it's Mike Carey here, and that cat's saying, I gotta have Neapolitan ice cream with my birthday cake. So yeah, it's just ones that kind of jump out at me. Even when a Bella Porch for some reason comes
Mhm.
up, if it'll be, if it's something that's got, like, one time she was eating a bunch of pickles for some reason, and I
Yeah,
said that that makes a good that makes kind of a good punchline there. So yeah, you just kind of have to feel them. And like I said, I don't necessarily, well, sometimes you might pay attention to, how many likes or how many views videos get. But if it's a good video, it could have any amount.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I did notice that I guess you obviously have had a huge amount of success, more than any the average person. by a lot. I was wondering if there's all these people on TikTok or all these guides like you should spread out your posts. You should use this many hashtags. You should use captions and all these tips, I guess, to get more exposure for your TikTok videos. I was wondering, when you're creating content, do you take those into consideration, or do you mainly do your own thing?
I do. In fact, I put as many hashtags as I possibly can. And if Playboy Cardi and these people have like Metallica and all that actually have TikToks, I tag them. Anytime, that's the first thing I do is I look at the artist, and if I could tag them, I do tag them, and I also do the hashtags of the band name, the song name. So yeah, I do take those suggestions, and I don't know, the amount of success, but you never know. But yeah, I do take those suggestions, most of them.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I kind of definitely do see that. I do see the hashtags. I think it's really smart to tag the artists as well.
Yeah.
You never know when they'll see
Yeah.
it, and they could easily duet it, and we have another Mike Cara trend all over again.
Yeah.
Not impossible. And you at the very start of the interview, you did mention that you were a podcaster and you got your own media company. Personally, I've never heard of that, so I'm really interested to hear what that's all about. If you don't mind sharing a bit.
Sure. Well, about 15 years ago, believe it or not, I started in Woodridge, Illinois, kind of a, podcast. That was an all audio podcast, and those days, and has been for a while. And basically it was just, bands, even local television personalities, service organizations, Lions clubs, JCs, all, even, donating blood. And basically that's what I continued to do when I moved to Florida. Then, I was, actually did a show on the Central Florida Home Brewers. And I'm sure you've seen some of my videos at Dead Lizard. I've recently did, when they have their general membership meeting. And yeah, I get ideas, that way. So yeah, it just kind of started as, trying to get what's in the community. Like my show, I have the Central Florida Buzz with Mike Cara. It's just like what's going on in the community, whether beer clubs or whether it's, service organizations or bands. So yeah, I've been doing that like for 15 years now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's dope. I love the commitment. I'm only 24 myself. I'm sure your podcast is older than a lot of people that watch your TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
probably.
that's
Yeah.
a really awesome commitment. And I do want to say, on top of your other media, we connected through Instagram, and you're also on YouTube. I was wondering if you have a specific method, or if you're trying to push your YouTube and Instagrams right now, and if you're doing anything different, or if you're just taking your TikToks, posting them to that platform, or if there's anything exclusive there.
Well, I've been, posting on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, some of the TikToks, but basically, yeah, you probably noticed that I've been trying to get back on Instagram, and it seems like, I don't know, it feels like that old time, like it used to be back in the, in the
Yeah.
day, like back in, March and April, everyone. So yeah, I've been posting and some original content just for Instagram. And see, sometimes what I do is I'll take a video with my phone, and then I'll have it, on my phone, and then I'll post it, just about everywhere,
Yeah.
rather than having to transfer it from TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, that's really really cool. And I've really admired your Instagram content as well. I really saw you a lot more on TikTok, but I definitely think we're seeing another wave of Mike Cara on
Yeah.
Instagram. I guess the first Instagram wave, because I know you're really hitting that. So we're getting close to wrapping up the interview. I just want to say, what can your viewers expect for the future of Mike Cara?
Well, possibly, going new places, actually being in new locations. I'd really like to get to Disney World because I'm so close, and I think Disney Talk is exciting. I watch it all the time, so I'd like to be there. I'd like to go, to the beach. I'd like to, just get more out and about. You can see here I'm in my normal location, but I just like to be out and about. So look for that. Maybe look for, well, maybe Billy the Baby. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I'm down for some more Billy the Baby content.
Yeah, so little bit of everything. So just you keep tuning in, and another thing is maybe a actual food review. I always like to keep it positive, so I don't like to necessarily complain about food, but maybe some gentle criticisms I could do in my own
Yeah.
Mike Kara style.
I think that would be awesome. And you already did that duet with John McGinnis, and he almost all of his stuff is like food related, and people really
Yeah,
like that you did that duet with him. So
right.
I think I think your audience would dig that quite a bit, especially some stuff like the Mr. Beast burger or something, some of that
Yeah.
more stuff that's hip with the kids. I think that'd be cool. Yeah. So, Mike, it's been a total pleasure. If you want to give your final message to the crowd, anything inspirational or just something you want to share, that'd be awesome.
Mike Carey here, and I would just say to do what you love, and do your passion any way you can, and try to listen to the right people and decide who you're going to listen to, and just have fun. Just try to take life a little seriously, but just try to have fun and just do the best you can. And there you go.
I love it. Hey, Eric Barber here, and I am ending this amazing interview with Mike Kara. Mike, it's been an absolute blast to have you on. As someone who's viewed your content for many months, it's been quite the treat for me, and I'm sure it'll be quite the treat for my viewers as well. I will have all of Mike Kara's social media links down in the description below. Please check him out on everything. So again, thank you so much, Mike. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And peace out, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.